Edgecumbe residents have expressed concern today that more warning should have been given about the stopbank bursting last Thursday. Locals say the stopbank was leaking from about 5 a.m. on Thursday morning. Although Civil Defence, the Council and the Fire Service were there, they didn't warn residents of a disaster that really was starting to appear likely. It comes as a state of emergency is declared across the Bay of Plenty in preparation for Cyclone Cook, which is, as we just said, expected to bring very heavy rain to those already saturated areas. Our reporter Zach Fleming is there. Hi Zach, joining us by live view. What's happening and who have you got with you?
Yeah, well, John, as you said, there's a state of emergency down here, but it's a little bit different to normal. Instead of a state of emergency because of what's happened, we have a state of emergency down here because of what's coming. And I have Clinton Norde from the Bay of Plenty Civil Defence to talk us through the latest here. So, Clinton, what are we expecting over the coming 48 hours or so?
Zach, what we've seen is happening now is the weather forecast is 200-250 mils in 48 hours, accompanied by severe wind, gale force, which can bring on large sea swells. So we are taking precautions because on top of what we've just had and having the impacts that we had in Whakatane, especially Edgecumbe, we are concerned about the rain that's coming over the next few days. So we've taken precautionary measures to extend the declaration out further for our region and to be able to coordinate across the region.
You mentioned sea swells, but with that heavy rain, what else could happen? What else are we expecting?
With heavy rain, obviously the river schemes itself, all the rivers are going to be impacted. These will be closely monitored, as well as the potential for surface flooding, landslips throughout the region, so instability of slopes. So there's a number of impacts that this weather could impact on us.
Sure. And what's your advice to people over the coming, tonight, tomorrow morning? What should they do?
I want to stress that we've got some lead-in time for this one, and that's why we've been precautioned. So we're urging all our communities to take preparations. And some of the key things is stay up to date with the Met Service forecast, watch the weather news, stay up to date with Civil Defence postings and information, and take the time to prepare your getaway kits and do a bit of planning about if you have to move, where are you going to go to, who are you going to go stay with.
Sure. As we know, some people in Edgecumbe have been allowed to return to their homes. Can that stop bank that's there at the moment cope with this coming rain? The Mayor, Tony Bond, said he was hopeful.
Yes, we've been advised by the Bay of Plenty Regional Council flood team that they've done a lot of reinforcing work on that breach, and they're quite confident that that will hold. But as with anything, this river schemes are designed to a certain specification, and these rainfalls we're getting, if they do come our way, may be testing those to quite stress limitations. Sure. So we have to be precautionary because anything could go wrong, but we are really hoping it's not going to be that way.
Cool, thank you. That's Clinton Norde from the Bay of Plenty Civil Defence there. Now, as we know, some residents have been able to return to Edgecumbe, but a lot of them haven't been able to. I met a family of 6 today who are returning to their home for the first time today since the flooding happened. Their home has been red zoned, so they were only allowed in for around 15 minutes or so.